Well, when you consider how much effort people put into decor, food, and even music for a party or an event, it's amazing that more fuss isn't made about making the place smell good. Your typical party or nightclub can smell pretty powerful, what with things like body odor and cigarette smoke. Well, enter Erich Berghammer from Austria, alias Odo7. He calls himself an aroma jockey and travels all over the world to spread atmospheric scents in clubs, at festivals or movie premieres, and he does it live. For instance, Italian actress Isabella Rossellini hired him to whip up a cloud for the presentation of her latest perfume. And even though we can't hand out scratch and sniff cards, unfortunately, for this report, this is how he does it.
In the middle of Amsterdam, an open-air party. Odo7 sets some sandalwood alight. Its scent is said to have an erotic effect.
Some people think I'm cooking or something, so I just say I make aromas for events and everyone finds that logical and they all understand it.
For 6 years, Erich Berghammer has been dispersing pleasant fragrances all over the world. The idea came to the Austrian-born self-styled aroma jockey here in Amsterdam, where he lives.
Amsterdam is an extremely beautiful city, but it can also smell extremely bad. So this is where I got the idea for aroma jockeying.
High above the rooftops of the Dutch capital in the Westerpark district, he tests his aromas. How does menthol smoke behave? And at what concentration? It's a refreshing smell, but only in small doses.
The term perfume comes from perfumo, through smoke. So that means enveloping oneself in perfumed smoke is the oldest way of applying perfume.
Self-taught Odo7 works only with natural essences.
This is pine resin ground into powder. And here we have pine resin just as it comes from the tree. It almost looks like a crystal. Very beautiful. It's extremely relaxing. It creates an atmosphere of forests and serenity. It's fabulous for outdoors.
Hundreds of bottles of mysterious substances are stored in his laboratory. Tailoring his scents to the event, Odo7 blends essential oils to make room sprays that remind people of seaside holidays or other pleasant experiences.
That's what constitutes the art of the parfumeur, or the humble aroma jockey, to create something totally new from things that already exist. For instance, to take many different flower scents and use them to create just one that smells like lily of the valley. Or to translate a color, like the color green, for example, into a fragrance. It's like painting. You take various colors and create a picture of something.
Odo7 sprays up to €500 worth of scent when he diffuses his fragrances. With the aid of large fans, he can fragrance large halls. And he's quite a globetrotter, covering up to 8 events a month, from Shanghai to New York. He knows what will succeed where.
In Italy, there are lots of flowers, and the first thing people in Italy say is, please, no flowers. We've got so many flowers, we want absolutely no flower fragrances. In Mexico City, the people always want really strong menthol.
In Hanover, Odo7 is using a more subtle scent for a car dealer's publicity event. It's meant to make people feel good and want to buy a car.
I reckon I usually have about 100 different aromas with me. I love this one. Usually I start with pheromones. That's something that always has an effect. And it's always special and always tantalizing. It's my basic beat, if you want to compare it to music.
And that basic beat is in substances like amber. To it, the aroma jockey adds citronella and vanilla, the result, a refreshing scent, which Odo7 has created especially for today.
This is apple pie garnished with cinnamon and strawberries.
The fragrance spreads rapidly through the whole room and actually attracts several customers.
Do you smell the music now? Can you hear the smell? Can you feel the music? Those are synesthetic effects. And you can go further to the concept of a fusion of the arts, the idea that all the senses are coordinated with each other. That's how you make an event complete. And it's something the Romans and Egyptians and Babylonians knew 2,000 or 3,000 years ago.
Und Ägypter und Babylonier schon vor 2.000, 3.000 Jahren gewusst.
Back in Amsterdam, every time the DJ changes the beat, Odo 7 changes the scent. An aroma jockey who spins oils and herbs instead of discs.
He's 2 meters 13, that's 7 feet tall, and not a centimeter of that is wasted. Dirk Nowitzki of Würzburg is Germany's basketball wunderkind, and he's currently the only German playing in the American NBA League. A forward for the Dallas Mavericks since 1998. He's a 6-time All-Star, and on Tuesday, Nowitzki was named the NBA's most valuable player for the 2006-2007 season, making him the very first European player to win the award. Well, that means that everyone and their dog wants to hear from him, us included, and we spoke to him for our Euromax dossier.
Dirk Nowitzki, German NBA star basketball player, is 28 years old. How would you describe your personality?
Zurückhaltend.
Reserved. Sexy.
Who is your personal hero?
Michael Jordan.
What's your biggest temptation?
Vanilla ice cream.
What is your life philosophy?
I don't have one.
Hab ich eigentlich keine.
Do you have any unfulfilled dreams?
The championship.
What drives you bananas?
Not much. Off the court, I'm actually very relaxed. There's not much that really gets me mad.
In Rage bringt.
Describe your perfect day.
Schlafen.
Sleeping all day and eating.
Und essen.
Short and to the point is Mr. Nowitzki, and accordingly, a potpourri of other noteworthy items is up next in our Express.
Tintin goes to Hollywood. It's official. Tintin and Snowy are embarking on a career in Tinseltown. Steven Spielberg and his New Zealand-born fellow director Peter Jackson are set to film at least 2 of the adventures featuring the fearless comic characters. The news would have been a great birthday present for Hergé, Tintin and Snowy's Belgian creator. He would have turned 100 next week.
Weight Watchers. The English town of High Wycombe has maintained a special tradition since medieval days.
Welcome to this, the ancient weighing in ceremony!
Giant scales are used to see whether the mayor and town council have gained weight at the taxpayers' expense over the year. Mayor Valerie Razak weighed in at about 67 kilograms, and the population was happy.
Forget it. Men are far more forgetful than women, at least in Germany, says a recent survey. 1 in 3 men has failed at least once to give his partner a present on special days, whereas only 1 in 6 women forget to give their partner a gift. 1 man in 10 admitted to having forgotten his partner's birthday, a faux pas committed only by 1% of women. But both sexes are equally forgetful about their mobile phones. 42% of both men and women forget them at home.
L is for luxury, and when it comes to handbags, it's also synonymous for Loewe, a deluxe brand hailing from Spain that's renowned for its top-notch design and exceptional workmanship. Handbags with the famous L have been objects of desire for stars like Sophia Loren or Ava Gardner over the years, and today you can find them in over 140 stores worldwide. So let's have a look at the pieces that could tempt you to adopt a philosophy of my home is my handbag.
Perfectly made luxury leather goods with timeless elegance. Popular with many of the world's rich and famous. Best wishes, Catherine Deneuve. A perfect gift for the woman in your life.